Song of Songs 2 verse 8 to 10. The voice of my beloved. Now he comes, leaping upon the mountains, skipping upon the hills. My beloved is like a gazelle or a young hart. Now he stands behind our wall, he is looking through the windows, he is glancing through the lattice. My beloved responds and says to me, "Rise up, my love, my beauty, and come away." Song of Songs 2 verse 8 and 9 speak of the vitality of resurrection. In the Bible, both the mountains and the hills refer to difficulties and barriers. Nothing is too high or too great to stop him. Christ has resurrected, he has overcome all difficulties and barriers. Difficulties and barriers are things of yesterday. He is living in the next day. All difficulties are beneath his feet. The minute he leaps, all the barriers are behind him. Song of Songs 2 verse 14 to 15 portrays the lover's deliverance from the self by the cross of Christ. The attainment of the lover of Christ in her pursuing after Christ for satisfaction and rest results in a condition in which she overcares for her spiritual condition before Christ. Overcaring for her spiritual condition causes the lover of Christ to fall into introspection, which becomes the seclusion as a wall that keeps her away from the presence of Christ. The Bible tells us to look away unto Jesus, but introspection always directs us to look into ourselves. In our introspection we may ask, "Am I still perfect?" Such introspection increases the self, resulting in a kind of seclusion as a wall to separate us from the presence of Christ. Christ comes as a gazelle leaping upon the mountains and as a young hart skipping upon the hills, showing forth his resurrection power over difficulties, to call her repeatedly to rise up from her down situation and come away to him from that situation which separates her from him. The Lord wants us to experience his cross so that we may enter into his resurrection. The calling for the cross and the resurrection figured by the springtime is in Song of Songs 2. The flowers, the fruit, the time of singing, and the voice of the turtle dove are a picture of resurrection. When looks into herself, it is the winter time of dormancy. But when she looks away to the resurrected Christ, she enters into the stage of spring, signifying the stage of resurrection. Praise the Lord.